The functions of thyroxine T4 and triiodothyronine T3 include regulation of the metabolic rate of the body and thereby maintenance of basal metabolic rate BMR, protein synthesis and growth of the body tissues, regulation of development of mental faculties, maintenance of body temperature and speeding the action of neurotransmitters like adrenaline and noradrenaline. Amino acid tryptophan is the precursor for the synthesis of melatonin and serotonin. Posterior pituitary gland is not a true endocrine gland because it only stores and releases hormones. Insulin is a peptide hormone which acts mainly on hepatocytes, adipocytes, and enhances cellular glucose uptake and utilization. So it decreases the blood glucose level. Graves' disease is due to the hypersecretion of thyroid gland. Epiphyseal plate is responsible for the growth of bone which close after adolescence. So hypersecretion of growth hormone in adults does not cause further increase in height. Hypothalamus secretes GnRH, which stimulates anterior pituitary gland for the secretion of gonadotropins, FSH and LH. Corpus luteum is the temporary endocrine structure formed in the ovary after ovulation. It is responsible for the release of the hormones like progesterone and estrogen. Aldosterone is released from adrenal glands, which induces distal convoluted tubule to absorb more sodium, Na plus and water. ANF inhibits the release of renin from juxtaglomerular apparatus JGA and thereby inhibits NaCl reabsorption by the collecting duct and reduces aldosterone release from the adrenal gland. Calcitonin is secreted when calcium level is high in the blood. It then lowers the calcium level by suppressing release of calcium ions from the bones. Parathormone is secreted when blood calcium level is too low. Parathyroid is secreted when blood calcium level is too low. Parathyroid gland stops secreting PTH and brings the calcium level back to the normal. Thus, calcitonin has an action opposite to that of the parathyroid hormone. Estrogen promotes the activity of osteoblast and inhibits osteoblast. In an aging female, osteoporosis occurs due to the deficiency of estrogen. Parathormone promotes mobilization of calcium from bone into blood. Excessive activity of parathormone causes demineralization leading to osteoporosis. Epinephrine is derived from tyrosine amino acid by the removal of carboxyl group. It is a catecholamine. Diabetes mellitus is caused due to deficiency of insulin. Goiter is caused due to the deficiency of iodine, which leads to less secretion of thyroxine. Addison's disease is caused due to hyposecretion of corticoids. Acromegaly is caused due to the hypersecretion of growth hormones after puberty. Hormones which interact with intracellular receptors mostly regulate gene expression or chromosome function by the interaction of a hormone receptor complex with the genome. Graves' disease is due to the excess secretion of thyroid hormone T3 and T4. Diabetes mellitus is due to hyposecretion of insulin from beta cells of pancreas. Diabetes insipidus is due to hyperrelease of ADH from posterior pituitary. Addison's disease is due to hyposecretion of hormone from adrenal cortex. Glucagon is associated with hyperglycemia Insulin acts on hepatocytes and adipocytes and is associated with the hypoglycemia. Glucocorticoids stimulate glucogenesis, so increase blood sugar level. In resting state of the neural membrane, Na plus concentration is higher on the outer side and K plus concentration is more within the cell. This concentration gradient is maintained by voltage gated channels. Hence, if diffusion is allowed, Na plus would enter the cell and K plus would leave. Neuron cells are last likely to be replaced by new cells. These cells are specialized to conduct electrochemical current. Nerve cells do not have the capability of division as they are restricted at G0 phase. Abnormal release of neurotransmitter dopamine leads to Parkinson's disease in humans. It caused by a degeneration of brain neurons that are involved in movement control.